And welcome back to the Arches and Columns channel. Today I'm taking you back to Duluth, Minnesota at the tip of Lake Superior. This is the historic Chester Terrace, a historic row house built in 1890, in just 1 year mind you, in a Romanesque revival style by architect Oliver G. Traffigan and Francis Fitzpatrick. And take a look at the intricate detail here, folks. It is incredible. And what do you know? A few arches and columns. Chester Terrace was built using brick and brownstone. By 1935, the townhouses had been divided into 42 separate two-bedroom apartments. If you'll notice, this building is almost an entire block in length, and it contains 4 stories. And have you noticed all of the buried windows on this building? Very interesting. And I love these ionic columns built into the archway here. This is beautiful detail. Why would an architect design a building with 3/4 buried windows on an otherwise perfectly executed and designed building? Wouldn't this just be an invitation for flooding? Some more arches and columns. And look at how big some of these brownstone stones are. Again, why with such a perfectly designed and executed building would they half or three-quarters bury the first row of windows? And apparently stoneworkers were a dime a dozen that could do things like this back in 1890s in Duluth, Minnesota. Any old guy right off the boat was capable of such work. It was incredible. And don't forget, folks, she was built in just a year. Just 1 year with horse and buggy. And now this is the back side of the building. First floor, it's a little underground. And I guess that's by design. Now that brings us to the architect, Oliver Traffigan. He is accredited with designing and building over 45 buildings in Duluth in 14 years between the years 1882 and 1896. In 1896, he moved to Hawaii just 4 years before it became a territory and designed and built at least 35 more buildings before 1907. He is said to have designed and built the Odd Fellows Hall in 1888, just 1 year. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to show you just the buildings that he was building during the time he supposedly built Chester Park Terrace. And also, what a crazy coincidence to have designed the Odd Fellows Hall at this time and place. Here's the First County Jail, 1889. The Phoenix Building, 1889, built just a year also. The Opal Block, also 1 year, 1889. The Harrison House, 1 year, 1889. The Wideland Block, 1 year, 1889. West Duluth Village Hall, 1 year, 1889. First Duluth City Hall, 1 year, 1889. Fire Station Number 1, 1 year, 1889. And the Hartley House, 1 year, 1889. And that brings us to 1891. You have the Chester Park Terrace, the Philadelphia Terrace, the Merkel House, and the Whiteman House, and the Fitger's Boiler and Smokestack, all 1890, 1 year. The Duluth Police Department, 1890, same year. Zion Lutheran Church, 1 year, also 1890. And in 1891 to 1892, he built Munger Terrace, a beauty. And then First Presbyterian in just 1 year, 1891. And then Hardy Hall in 1 year in 1891. And then this castle, the Incline Pavilion, which stood at the top of the Incline Station at the top of the hill. And lastly, it was supposedly built as house in 1 year in 1891. I mean, this place is immaculate and built as a duplex, which is kind of intriguing. And does this sound plausible to you? Please leave your comments down below, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.